Hi guys, happy Friday. Today is day 7 and it is March 27th. Today I'm sending out the Zoom invite. If you're able to join, that's great. If you can't, it's totally fine. It's optional. We're going to do that at noon, like lunchtime, and I'll send out the information like a couple minutes before because you have to type in the username and password. You can access this on a computer, on an iPhone, on an iPad, anything. I'll send out the instructions again today, but I sent those out yesterday. If you're using your iPhone or your iPad, you have to download the Zoom app and then you'll access it from there. And if you're on your computer, you'll just follow the link that I'll send to your parents. So that's today at noon. Today's lessons in the packet are pretty quick, so I'm going to go over them. For reading today, you're reading this article called A Battle Over Bags. And it's just one page on the front, and then on the back you have these multiple choice answers or questions and answers. So it's just 1 through 4, and you need to go back to the text to find your answers. This one's pretty quick and easy for you. That's it for reading. For writing, I made a mistake and there was not the full article that you needed for your TDA. It was just kind of too short. Like, this is what I told you to read, and somehow it got cut off what else you needed. So I emailed that out last night to your parents. You can either look at the website, which I put the link, or I attached the PDF of how rogue waves work. So if I know you might not want to read more, but if you read more, it will make it a lot easier on you because there's not enough evidence in just this. So you're going to need the rest of the article, especially for today. So day 7, you're filling out the graphic organizer, which is this. At this point, we are very good at filling this out. So you need to decide what your claim is going to be, which is going to come right from your prompt. So I'll read the prompt again for you. The prompt is, scientists and sailors had differing opinions about whether or not rogue waves were real. Write an essay analyzing how the author uses evidence from sailors and scientists to support the fact that rogue waves are real. Use evidence from rogue waves to support your essay. So really that second sentence that starts with write an essay, that's where your claim's going to come from. Your claim might be something like, the author used evidence from sailors and scientists to support the fact that rogue waves are real. You can use that. You don't have to come up with anything new. You can just use the words and sentences from the prompt. Not the whole prompt, but part of the prompt for your claim. So your claim goes up here. Your evidence goes in these boxes, and you explaining your evidence, why it's important or why it matters, goes right beneath it. The more work you do here, the easier it's going to be when you write your actual TDA. So put some good work in here. Yesterday you were supposed to mark up the text, so probably the things that you highlighted or circled or underlined or starred, you can use from here and put it into here, and then down on these boxes you'll explain why it matters, why you chose that evidence, how it supports your claim. So that is it for today for day 7 for writing. You're just doing the graphic organizer today. If you didn't get a chance to read the rest of the article, since I only sent out part of it, you can spend some time doing that today too. So your parents have that email. For math, you're continuing to work on this page. It is front and back. And then if you finish it early, you can work on these optional activities or extra practice. I had a lot of questions about this fruits and vegetables question, and it was about, like, if the bag of papayas is this much, how much does it weigh? So you're going to be doing some division of decimals and multiplication of decimals. It's been a while since we have done it, but we have done it, so please remember to look at the notes I've provided, and you're also going to look at just the basic division and multiplication that we've done. The only difference is that you have to scoop the decimal back in. So like when you're multiplying decimals, multiply like normal and then scoop the decimal in at the end. When you're dividing decimals, you scoop the decimal out of the divisor, and whatever you do to the divisor, you do to the dividend, and then you move your decimal right up to the quotient. That way you don't even have to think about the decimal anymore. So you're going to use those steps for these 3. Most of you did this yesterday though, but if that stumped you, look back at the notes. And then if you really have questions, just email me and I can walk you through those problems, no problem. And then you can work through whatever ones you're going to do next. And then for social studies, you are going to be doing a ReadWorks on Pearl Harbor. So the Great Depression is a unit we've been talking about, and so that essentially ended because World War II began. When World War II began, people needed jobs to make like more food for soldiers, weapons for soldiers, people that could become soldiers now. They could go overseas instead of just sitting home unemployed or sitting in their Hoovervilles, the shanty towns. So now World War II has started, and we got involved, America got involved in World War II because of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. So this ReadWorks is really short. It's just this front page right here. And then you have 10 questions on the next 2 pages. I would go through and read the questions first so you know what to look for. So questions like, what kind of damage did the Japanese do to Pearl Harbor? What caused the United States to enter World War II? The passage is mostly about, so like the main idea. So I would look through the questions before I read the short ReadWorks article. But that's it for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Some of you have been reaching out, and I appreciate it. I love hearing from you, even if it's just through email. But I hope I get to see most of you today at noon on Zoom. I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend.